What do you think?
It's a pretty plane.
It'll fly slow too if you want it. Look at it go though. All that with the rudder. All that.
That was crazy.
Look at that. What do you think?
Do that again.
Just gonna keep doing it. Now I have to use a little bit of aileron input there to keep it level. But that's pretty sweet. You don't see that every day, do you? I'm holding in my hands the best, biggest, cheap plane. Oh, hold on. Let me, can you see it all now?
There you go.
It's in the shot.
Yeah.
This plane is so big that I have to hold it a special way just so it'll be in the shot. This is the Husky. Guys, it's been a while since it's been on the channel, but this is one of my favorite all-time planes to fly. The worst thing about it is how big it is. I have to take a second vehicle that's a little bit bigger up to the airport, our truck, just so that it'll fit in the car. Now I could take the wing off, but who likes doing that? So I just take a whole nother vehicle, right? This is an amazing, amazing plane. And I think for a new limited time, there is a coupon code that you can use to save a few more bucks on this. We've been flying some big warbirds on the channel and they are amazing, like that FW190. That sucker's a $500 airplane. This is almost half the price and it is bigger, okay? You don't get all that amazing smart technology, but that stuff is new. We've been flying planes like this for hundreds of years, some of you. Yeah, I know. There's some of you guys out there that have been flying since rocks could fly. And that's how we're gonna fly this plane. Just a good old dumb receiver on a good old dumb transmitter on a good old dumb battery. And it's gonna save us a whole lot of money. So we're gonna put this in the air and have some fun. I just wanna show you guys how much fun this Husky airplane is and take it as just, I know you won't believe me, a lot of you guys that are newer watching, but this airplane, being the fact that it's bigger, is easier to fly than pretty much all airplanes that are smaller than it. The bigger they are, the easier they are to fly. And you're not gonna find a plane bigger than this for any cheaper. I promise you that. This thing's amazing. Before we fly though, I gotta say a big thanks to today's sponsor. This is Leading Edge Supplements Severe Clear. It's an energy supplement designed by a full-scale pilot for RC pilots and other full-scale pilots. They truly are an amazing company, very small startup company, and they're reaching out to the TheRcSaylors to let you guys know about them. So if you want to save some money on this order for yourself or for someone else as a gift, we have an exclusive promo code to save 15% on this. Help support a startup company in the States and help the TheRcSaylors keep the lights on and the channel going. Check them out, linked in the description box below. Let's go fly. Did I mention how good this plane looks too? This is a really awesome airplane. I think though the last time I flew it was off of grass. So I'm just gonna do a takeoff with no flaps or anything.
It just went up.
Oh, I was actually holding down a little bit too.
Wow.
Like I was trying to keep it down some. This is a very, very fun, huge airplane. Let's just start it off with a roll here. Kind of a slow roll because I got a gust of wind. The second I took off,
of course,
I could feel that wind pick up over that little hill. So the best part about this plane is the size. Now it flies just as good as any Tundra style plane I've ever flown. So I'm a huge fan, or at least I was a huge fan of the Hobby King Tundra. And now that was a little too
fly over the moon, Nathan.
Okay, I'll go. Now I would say this is so much cooler than the Hobby King Tundra. You want to do a loop around the moon?
Yeah, loop around the moon. Slightly off.
Oh, well for me it was, I mean it'll do anything you want. I almost did a flat spin. I was trying to get into a knife edge. I love flying this airplane. Now the first time we flew it on the channel was a true maiden and it was so much fun. I had to keep it, even though it takes up the same amount of space as like maybe. Yeah, that was kind of crazy.
I was wondering what you were doing.
It'll just do so much crazy stuff. Like it shouldn't do that. It has so much rudder authority and elevator authority. I've never tried to snap roll this. You think I should try it?
Go for it.
Roll. There's full throttle. It's a 4S battery too. Nice little snap roll, just a little baby thing. What you have to look out for on this airplane is a wingtip stall. We've seen it happen before. Abby's had that happen when she flew it off camera. Our buddy Gary had a little bit of a wingtip stall. You just got to keep your airspeed up. You know what, I haven't even trimmed this either. I'm just flying it. I can fly planes without trimming them and not really think much about it, but then I look at it and I realize that probably doesn't look so great. It's kind of flying a little squirrely. I trimmed up the elevator and that is so much better, so much better. Look how smooth that is. Oh, the wind. I mean, you do.
Sure, blame it on the wind. That's what everybody does.
You gain a lot with like AS3X and stuff, and you could put a Spectrum receiver in this with AS3X and safe. So that's an option for you. There we go. I just love flying this, and on this blue sky, this bright white wing and that red looks so good. What do you think?
It's a pretty plane.
It'll fly slow too if you want it. So you can fly this super scale if you want to. A lot of guys like to fly scale, just take nice, wide, easy turns. Keep it super docile. One could even consider this a trainer if you really wanted to, because it's so big, it's easy to see. You're never going to get disoriented with this. But then if you want to, you can throttle up and climb, 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 climb.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You scared me.
I can just do a lot on this airplane that I can't with others. It has so much authority for a plane like this. It really shouldn't have so much authority. Look at that. You can just use that rudder to do everything. It is super fun. It'll fly inverted too, which you guys know me. I don't love flying inverted, but because it's so big, I just, it's easier to focus. But there's so much elevator authority, I just barely touch it and it wants to do an outside loop and pull out of it like that. I can do, what is this, the
Cuban 8.
Cuban 8, thank you. That's what that was very sloppy. We'll do
so
the half
you made me remember the name and I completely lost the plane.
Oh, that's fine. Isn't that so cool?
Oh yeah.
Just big airplanes, easier to see, easier to film. They look good in the air. I love the Husky. Love it. This plane's so big, I bet you we could land it in the grass up here. The grass is usually pretty tall. I might try that. Oh, I hear it echoing off the building. It sounds so good. It goes together so easy too. Not a drop of glue. So I'm a huge fan of not having to put glue on airplanes to put them together. Oh man, I love flying this. I should have flown this so much sooner on the channel.
Oh my god! I'm just gonna take a minute.
No, keep recording. Keep recording.
Have a heart attack real quick. Oh my gosh!
We're good. I'm just enjoying flying it.
I think I get more scared than you.
Yeah, sometimes.
Oh my gosh!
I like flying this thing with power. It's nice. It's a very nice airplane. Get lower and lower, and then we can just rock it up because it's a 4S airplane. And I think this probably could fly on a 3S battery if you just wanted to putz it around, but it really needs that 4S to pull out of a stall if you happen to get into a stall. You guys notice the longer I fly this, the smoother all the movements get. It just takes a minute for me to kind of get it, you know, get the feel for it again. It has been a while since I've flown it because it is so big. Look at it go though. All that with the rudder. All that.
That was crazy.
Look at that. What do you think?
Do that again.
I'm just gonna keep doing it. Now I have to use a little bit of aileron input there to keep it level. But that's pretty sweet. You don't see that every day, do you? We can call that a donut, I guess. I was gonna do a roll, but I decided to not.
I think you're at
that was like
you're at
the
like
best.
6 minutes or so.
That was a powered flat spin. I don't know what that's called, but it was really cool. Okay, let's try to bring it in for a landing. We'll turn our flaps on and let's just give it a couple approaches because I have never landed this on asphalt. I don't know how bouncy it's going to be. I want to throttle through that turn so we don't wingtip stall.
Do a couple approaches, Nate. You've been rushing landings lately.
No wind, so I feel really good about this as long as we don't stall it. Half flaps. Oh my gosh, there we go. You know what? Asphalt's just going to do that to my airplanes, I think. So I'm going to accept
big
that.
ones.
Yeah, and call that a win. This airplane is absolutely amazing. I love the size of it. The color is just so bright in the sky. And look at that authority. Look at that rudder authority. That's why we were able to do what we were doing in the air. And watch this elevator authority, look at this. On a plane like this. Isn't that insane? Look at those ailerons. This is just a head-turning airplane. You know, when I got it out of the car, the couple guys that were up here were just drooling. They wanted to come up to it and check it out. That's what this airplane is. And it's cheap for the size. So you may have noticed the wing flapping like a bird in that video. I did that for a reason. I wanted to put it through its paces and see a durability.
You did.
No, bad call on my part. There are screws that go in these wing struts here. So the wing struts,
angle it for me a little bit.
see that? They
Oh,
come
yeah,
out.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And when I was flying, these functional wing struts actually came out. I forgot to put these screws in the bottom. From my buddy Gary pointed that out, and that's kind of a sneak peek as to what's coming to the channel. Okay, very cool. You guys are going to check that out. So I actually have those screws, but if you want to, you can take these out of the bottom here where you would use pontoons. So you can use the same screws, they're the same size. I might just for today take them out so I can put that in there. When I was flying, putting it through its paces, I noticed the wing folding a little bit, but I thought maybe I'm just flying it faster than I did when I was at the airfield because my confidence is higher with this airplane now. I know what it's capable of, but no, these actually came out. They're supposed to stay in there. They were both out like this when I landed it. So whoops, whoops, whoops. But that should let you guys know how good of a plane this is, even if you forget a couple flights like without those being
Imagine how good it could have flown, Nate.
would have been even better. And you're going to get to see this plane again very soon on our channel. So
subscribe, make sure your notifications are turned on.
yeah, but in all seriousness, if I were you guys, if you are thinking about picking one of these up, you probably should, because the way stuff works right now with stock, these are in stock, and I think they've got like maybe 100 of them in stock from what I've been told. And the last time we did a video on this, they had like 200 in stock and they sold out in about a day, because you just can't beat this. And who knows how long it'll be before they get more of them in stock. Now they have part availability for this and stuff, but the airplane itself, they just got it back in stock, which is one reason you're seeing it back in front of the camera again today. And it's probably going to sell out. So I would highly encourage you, if you're on the fence in any way, shape or form, just pick one up. And just, if you got extra screws left over, there's a reason they go in the airplane. I should have known. They go in the airplane. So it's linked in the description box below. What a beautiful plane, what a beautiful flight, and a beautiful day to be flying. And for that, I thank the big guy upstairs. A massive thanks to our Patreon supporters and our sponsor currently. Just a huge thanks to all you guys for helping keep the channel going, keeping the lights on, and all the videos that we put out there are because really, truly of our Patreon supporters. Thank you guys so much. We'll have our maiden flight of this Husky video popping up right about now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you there.
Bye.